Hello and good evening. How ye doing? Don't know what that was. Don't know what that last bit was. I don't know. Right. So for me, this track, I've never heard it. Get Your Money Right. Dr. Dre featuring The Game and Jay-Z. I was doing some brief reading on I think it was like beefs or disses, evolution of disses in hip hop and all that shit. And there was a bit where Jay-Z and The Game had like a little spat going on. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't even know they had that shit going on. But it was a whole thing where, there was a line where I'd do button-up shirts, dry Maybachs. Do you know what I mean? That was a line from Game's West Side Story, and Jay-Z took that personally. And then he put out something against Jay-Z. So, and then this track came out on an unreleased, not unreleased, on a, I think it was West Coast remix or something like that. One of the Game's first mixtapes, like before the documentary. And this track was featured on there with a verse from Jay-Z, and Jay-Z didn't like it. So, I'm interested to know what the hell's going on. All right, so I put this track on hold. I haven't heard it yet, just so I can do it for you guys. So, no more talking, more watching. Let's get to it. It's Dr. Dre, The Game, Jay-Z. Let's see Wagwan.
You gotta get it. Get it, player.
Oh, that's a Dre track.
Count up the cash. Gotta get it.
Stop signs and red lights. I hear gunshots and street fights. Ambulance sirens hollering in the late night. It's murder. Compton, nigga, it don't stop. Fuck the world, Dre, blow it up. Get down, throw it up, soak it up like a sponge, baby. I'm sweeping up all the crumbs daily. It all.
Do you know what it is with Dr. Dre, right? I find him very fascinating as a rapper because you can genuinely hear his influences throughout the times that he's been rapping. Like in NWA, you can tell that he was heavily influenced by what the Doc was doing, like DOC, and what Ice Cube was doing. So, and obviously Ice Cube was the lyricist in that group, so you can really tell the influence. And then you hear Dr. Dre on a track with Eminem, and you can hear him doing compound syllables, and you're thinking, wait, what? I forgot about Dre. It's like, what? Where did that style come from? Heavily influenced by Eminem. Like, that's just the way that is. What's the difference? Same thing on what's the difference. When he was doing tracks with Snoop, it's a little bit different. But here, you can definitely hear that sort of Jay-Z influence or that Jay-Z input, if you will. Because I know Jay-Z's ghostwritten tracks for Dr. Dre, so.
I throw it up, soak it up like a sponge, baby. I'm sweeping up all the crumbs daily. It all add up. It's about to get fucked the fuck up. Shut the fuck up or get fucked the fuck up. Real nigga.
Now, if you've been following the channel, you know the story behind the White Sox hat, right? For me, I think it was Fuck With Dre Day or Ain't Nothing But a G Thing. One of those two tracks, can't remember off the top of my head right now, that Dr. Dre was wearing a White Sox hat and put the chrome to the side like my White Sox hat. I think it was Fuck With Dre Day. And I saw that White Sox hat for the first time, and I swear to God, like, I've just loved it ever since. And I'm glad that the design hasn't changed. I should have wore it today, but, I was trying to do, I don't know what I was doing, like, whatever.
Keep your eyes on your women, nigga. Pass the lemon squeeze and Hennessy, nigga. All Richie, let the mob kiss me. Affiliation is my job. Forever I'm a...
When I saw the title of the track, Get Your Money Right, the first thing that reminded me of was the 50 Cent track, If I Can't, where I think it goes something like, better get your money, no, what is it? And better get the money right, cause I got mine. I'm around, quit playing, you can't shine. You gonna be the next chump. They end up in the trunk after being hit by the pump. Is that what you want? Oh, I love that track, If I Can't. Love it. Let me know if you want to see that on the Looking Back series.
Big man, a great man. I sip the Henny down to nothing. What you know about the knock you got from Doc High? It's nothing. It's all money and cream. Gasoline so supreme, stirred under the green.
Get your money right. Don't be worried about the next man. Make sure your business tight. Get your money right. Go inside the safe, grab your stash and recap tonight. You better get your money right. Be an international player. Don't be scared to catch the red flight. Get your money right. Cause when you out there on the streets, you gotta get it.
You ain't in it for the money, then think, get out the game. Motherfuckers better think for they spit out my name. I've been known to have tone, shit out the frame. Load up the clip and aim. Listen, you ain't in it for the dough, yo, rhyme on your block. I hit you with an O, you can do crime on your block. If you wanna sell a million, motherfuckers can rap. You know we come through with the glaciers.
This Jay-Z here, like, this style of Jay-Z, it feels like it's been lifted directly from Reasonable Doubt. Because if you listen to the track The Evils, which I know people want me to do that on the Looking Back series, I love that track, by the way. That's my favorite ever Jay-Z track, like hands down, one of my favorite Jay-Z tracks. That beat is just like, wow, The Evils. Dun, dun, dun. Love that track. So anyway, that's what it feels like. It feels like it's just been lifted, like his presets, his effect presets has been lifted from Reasonable Doubt and dropped directly onto here.
Out of your block, and our homes be spacious like a mill in a dot. In a platinum bracelets, try to steal at your shot. Been a villain since I can remember, for willing to plot, sell crack, make a million and stop. Feel me?
Get your money right. Don't be worried about the next man. Make sure your business tight. Get your money right. Go inside the safe, grab your stash and recop tonight. You better get your money right. Be an international player. Don't be scared.
Do you know what? I love it. I love when Dr. Dre and Jay-Z are on the track together. I think they did The Watcher, didn't it? Is it The Watcher 2 or something like that? I think they were both on that same track. And that I really did enjoy. But it was very rare. It's very rare that Jay-Z and Dr. Dre were ever on a track together. And can't even say it was an occasion, because it just wasn't. It was literally maybe once or twice, and that's it throughout the time. Here we go.
Catch the red flags. Get your money right. Cause when you out there on the streets, you gotta get it.
Yeah, from Compton to the Brooklyn Zoo, I'm classic like Detox or Blueprint 2. I went from the Who Kids and the DJ Clues.
Wait, I'm classic like Detox and Blueprint 2. Wait a second. Detox was definitely not out. Blueprint 2 at this point, maybe 2004. No, I think the Black Album was out in 2003, and then the Blueprint, the first Blueprint, was the first Blueprint? Was that 2003 as well? Was that 2001? I think the first Blueprint was 2001, wasn't it? So I don't think, do you know what? I'm going to have to research that, because, yeah, it is what it is. So let me just check that out one second. I'm pretty sure the Blueprint 1 was 2001, maybe? So Blueprint 2 was 2002. Blueprint 1 was 2001. Yes, I was right about that. But Detox was definitely, nah, I don't even think it was discussed at this point, was it?
On the streets, you gotta get it.
Yeah, from Compton to the Brooklyn Zoo, I'm classic like Detox or Blueprint 2. I went from the Who Kids and the DJ Clues to signing autographs on G-Unit shoes. Y'all thought it was over after Hova retired, till I pulled up in that Rover on 24-inch wires under the limo.
Wait, didn't he have that same line on fucking, what's the track called from Doctor's Advocate album? Let Me Ride, I think the track's called. I think it's called Let Me Ride. Yeah, I'm sure it was Let Me Ride. But no, what I was just saying, that let me ride. That's from the Chronic album. That's not the same Ron. But I think his Let Me Ride was in Doctor's Advocate album, and he used that same or similar line.
After Hova retired, till I pulled up in that Rover on 24-inch wires.
Thought Dre retired, left me his 6'4" when his date and wires, bruh.
Under the limo tent, spitting that gangbang lingo. The kid get 20,000 for a show with no single. So how the fuck could you judge me? Niggas push but they can't budge me. Niggas saying fuck me. See me in the low rider, niggas trying to mug me. Then I hop out, niggas trying to dap me and hug me. See me in my red Converse, niggas wanna cuss me. But blood be the reason these street niggas love me. The same reason your bitch wanna suck me. You niggas ain't artists, you just paint pictures of me.
Get your money right. Don't be worried about
The Game, right? Every time I listen to The Game, like old school Game, it just really puts me into like this gangster mode, like not like, you know, literally, but just puts me on this, like, you know, throwing gang signs and like doing this types of shits and whatnots. You know what I mean? Let's bring it to an end.
Next man, make sure your business tight. Get your money right. Get your money right. Grab your stash and recop tonight. You better get your money right. Be an international player, don't be scared to catch the red eye flights. Get your money right. Cause when you out there on the streets, you gotta get it, get it.
think if I'm not mistaken, that track was actually pretty decent. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not sure where the whole beef thing started, like, I know how it started, but I'm just saying, I don't really think it was that much in terms of beef going on between Jay-Z and the Game. But I liked it. I liked this track, even though you could tell they were definitely obviously recorded at different times in terms of studio time. But you know, it's nice to hear all three on a track. Like I genuinely like the Game. He's well within my top 10 like of all time, because I just enjoy his music. Like the first 3 albums that he did, Documentary, Doctor's Advocate, LAX, were some of the best albums that I grew up. That was my college and school days, and I love listening to those albums. College was LAX, and then the other 2 albums was Whilst I'm Still at School. But yeah, I like the Game, and the whole, obviously, you know, there was one track from the Game that I haven't been able to find, and I'm hoping this video will like get, you know, clips will get sent to him, to Game, tagging him, be like, yo, what is this track? There's a track where he dedicates it to one of his fallen friends, like, and this was on the documentary. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this was documentary on the documentary, where he was talking about obviously his upbringing and stuff like that, but he had a track which he dedicated to a friend, and I cannot remember the name of that track, and I'm hoping that at some point I'll get a message, be like, yo, this is that track. And I'll know it if I hear it. I'll definitely know it if I hear it. So, you know, if you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. If not, then I'm gonna have to pester the Game and just send him fucking messages and shit. Be like, yo, can you tell me what this track is, please? Brian, where the hell I can find it? Right, okay. So, let me know what you thought of this track. I know it's obviously, we're talking, what, that was 2003, I think. So we're talking almost 20 years later. Let me know. What do you think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you think? What do you feel of the Game? Like, is Dr. Dre someone that you like to hear rapping, or are you not a big fan of his rapping? You like Jay-Z or not? Hit me up, man. Let me know in the comments if you want to see some more stuff on Looking Back series, and that's where this is gonna go. So, right, okay. I'm gonna go. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay alert, and good night from me.